good evening, and welcome back to Wilson Field on this cool, crisp fall night in Orange County, where we're here tonight for the men's soccer semifinal of the SCIAC tournament. The Chapman Panthers facing off against the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen here tonight, hosted by CSBN. I'm Dan Batson, joined by the wonderful Kyle Carr. We're ready for a great night of action. Kyle, how are you feeling?
I am feeling great, Dan. I mean, Cal Lutheran had to fight tooth and nail to get to this game tonight. They played against the Redlands on Tuesday, and after a 1-1 bout that went through all sessions of overtime, had to be settled in the penalty kicks, and Cal Lu came on top 3-2. So
yeah.
Definitely excited for a good one tonight.
Yeah, it was a tough defensive game for them here to get to Wilson Field tonight, and I'm sure that we're going to see more of that exciting gameplay here tonight. And why don't we look back at that first time that the Chapman Panthers faced off against the Kingsmen. We see the stats on screen, you know, sub 20 in the shots. Obviously, this was defensive-minded.
Oh, yeah, definitely a defensive-minded game. The last time that these two teams saw each other, it was a 0-0 score. But you can see here, Panthers were just behind one shot with 11-12. The fouls committed by the Panthers, 17-12 by the Kingsmen. But the big numbers here that are important are the saves. 8 saves by Chandler Simonsma and 6 saves by Shart by the Kingsmen.
Yeah, and we see that, and we're going to see that throughout tonight. I'm sure that this is going to be a defensive-oriented soccer game. Obviously, talent on both sides of the ball for both of these teams, but as we saw in that last game, 0-0, this one might go into OT, ladies and gentlemen at home. But we're going to talk about defense all night. We better start talking about the defensive player of the year for the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen, Tyler Sherrard. As the boys are lining up and getting ready to go, Tyler Sherrard leading the league as a defensive player.
Oh, yeah, Dan. I mean, not only was he the defensive player of the year, he also was providing offense for his team. You can see there 5 goals, one of which was a game winner, and 4 shutouts. So 4 games that he was on the field that the opposing team did not score. So it's going to be a challenging time for the Panthers against Sherrard out there.
Yeah, and as we move farther closer to the 50-yard line, you're going to see that midfielder, J.P. Melgoza, going to be the one I'm keeping my eye on tonight. 32 shots, 3 yellow cards in his 12 starts this year. Obviously, he's been a force on the pitch.
Yeah, Dan, and I mean, we can't talk about this Kingsman squad without talking about number 10, Chris Peleas. Sorry about that, a little tongue-tied. 24 shots this year with only 2 yellow cards in his 13 starts, so also a very disciplined player for the Kingsmen, and looking forward to him providing some offensive opportunities for the Kingsmen tonight.
Yeah, and we've been talking about defense all night, but we've been very focused on the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen so far. But why don't we take a look at the Chapman Panther squad, and who better to talk about defense than obviously the goalkeeper for the Chapman Panthers, first team All-SCIAC, Chandler Simonsma. Obviously just a force in the net, and he's got the stats to prove it.
Oh, yeah. Dan, I mean, you got to look at this statistics here for him. He's got 53 saves this season with a 75% save percentage. 5 games were shutouts for Simonsma. And, you know, moving in front of him, who's protecting him, Dan?
And you've got to see center back Jackson Busby obviously taking the cake there, as we can hear a little bit of the background that the lineups are about to be read off, and I'll go quickly here so we can hear that. Jackson Busby with those 5 shutouts, 1 yellow card, and 1 game winner goal, as we are going to hear from the PA about the starting lineups here for tonight's game.
Chapman University, the SCIAC and NCAA promote good sportsmanship only. Derogatory statements of any kind directed towards players, coaches, and officials will not be tolerated and are grass removed from the venue. Any alcoholic beverages and illegal substances are prohibited. We thank you for your attendance and please enjoy the game. Tonight's referees are Steve Skill, Ashbir Singh, Abdul Razak Juma, and Angel Leon. Now fans, let's meet the teams. Our first team finished the regular season with 4 wins, 2 losses, and 4 ties in SCIAC play. They advanced to the first round, defeating Redlands in PKs on Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 4 seeded Cal Lutheran Kingsmen. Let's meet their non-starters. Number 0, Harrison Brown. Number 0, Isaac Tanaka. Number 2, Tab 1 Jarvino. Number 3, Christian Gonzalez. Number 4, Alahia Mejia. Number 5, Lance Park. Number 7, Juan Valencia. Number 8, Kai Namoto. Number 9, John Nogoza. Number 12, Jackson Ensley. Number 15, Max Scott. Number 17, Matt Myers. Number 18, Alejandro Rodriguez. Number 19, Adrian Graciano. Number 21, Ryan Frey. Number 24, Justin Magana. Number 27, Sebastian Perez. Number 28, Cameron Pison. Number 30, Daniel Rodriguez. Number 31, Alejandro Loza. Number 32, Andres Rubaclava. Number 33, Kane Reese. Number 34, Skylar McCallum. Number 35, Tyler Sherrard. Number 36, Nico Calderon. And number 37, Lorenzo Vela. And now tonight's starting lineup. Number 1, Davis Sharts. Number 6, Bruno Gustavo Torres. Number 10, Christopher Pelez. Number 13, Preston Fleming. Number 14, Giovanni Torres. Number 16, Daniel Fujiwara. Number 20, Cesar Segastume. Number 22, Eric Mejia. Number 23, Igor Lombrano. Number 25, Jack Gomaniak. And number 26, Aiden Johnson. The coach of the Kingsmen in his 4th season is Miguel Ruiz. He's assisted by Nicolas Garcia, Savio Silvera, Tony Castro, and Bruce Gillis. Our next team finished conference play with the best record in SCIAC with 6 wins, 1 loss, and 4 ties. Earning the number 1 seed in the conference tournament for the first time in program history. Ladies and gentlemen, the SCIAC regular season champion, Chapman University Panthers. Let's meet the non-starters. Number 00, Alex Glenn. Number 0, Victor Jacinto. Number 2, Peter Senko. Number 4, Ivan Bustos. Number 5, Ben Fraser. Number 8, Cody Feldman. Number 9, Zach Rosenstruck. Number 13, Trayden Bruder Nakasone. Number 14, Dylan Payne. Number 16, Trevor Bay. Number 17, David Motale. Number 18, J.D. Vilcek. Number 21, Jonah Freeang. Number 22, Stoney Hughes. Number 24, Nikita Dreisen. Number 25, Marco Rodriguez. Number 27, Anthony Moon. Number 28, Alex Festa. Number 29, Hayden Rouse. Number 30, Cormac Galvin. Number 31, Sherwin Salahi. Number 33, Jason Reed. And number 35, Sharif Lakas. And now the starting lineup. Number 1, Chandler Simonsma. Number 3, Garrett Lindfeld. Number 6, Matthew Arada Espinoza. Number 7, Toby Howe. Number 10, Sebastian Hurdle. Number 11, Aiden Wall. Number 12, Ryan Bridge. Number 20, Jackson Busby. Number 23, Jake Williams. Number 26, Riley Thomas. And number 34, Isak Tamer. The 2022 SCIAC Coaching Staff of the Year is led by head coach Eddie Carrillo in his 27th season. He's assisted by Jose Vasquez and Romeo Aguinaldo. Fans, at this time we ask that you please rise if able and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Just great to see all the starting lineups that we had tonight. You heard all of the awards that we've got tonight, but obviously the national anthem going on right now. So we're going to toss it down to the field and pay our respects to the flag. Rendition of the national anthem coming through our wonderful PA system here at Chapman University. But we got our pre-show cut just a tad bit short as the teams were taking the field, but we want to highlight some of those star players that we have on the Chapman side of things. And we can't talk about stars without talking about Aiden Wall and Toby Howe. Their stats are one thing to look at, but their charisma together is another. And during halftime, we'll have a beautiful package to show you guys. But if you look on your screen now, I mean, man, look at that. They're just academic, and they're perfect for the pitch.
Oh yeah, Dan, and just being able to watch these guys compete all season long. You can see there Toby Howe with 8 goals, just behind Aiden Wall's 12 goals. They're pretty much matched neck and neck on assists, and their shots just 10 more for Aiden Wall. But it's just really good to see these two pushing each other throughout the season. I mean, they've battled head-to-head, and like Dan said, we're going to sit down with them during halftime and kind of get it from the horse's mouth on how that season went. But these two players are going to be a force for the game tonight. And, you know, Dan, I'm excited to see if one of them can put one in the net this time.
Yeah, obviously that last game ending 0-0, we touched on it in the pre-show just a little bit. But as you can see, the starting lineup starting to huddle around the field, get the energy, getting ready to go as they're fighting for their tournament lives here. And head ref is up there on the field, up by the big Chapman logo as we're about to get started, Kyle. And, you know, going into this game, how much does this mean for everybody on this pitch tonight?
Well, I mean, it's a huge moment, especially for these Panthers. They have made it to the SCIAC tournament 3 years in a row, but this is the first time that they're at home in those 3 years. So they're really pumped to have the crowd here, the home fans, the family. Everybody is just feeling this Panther vibe as they're about to take the field, getting their last little pictures. Like, this is what everyone dreams about, from the moment they're playing AYSO to getting up into the college leagues. These kinds of games right here where everything is on the line, everything you've worked for has come down to this.
Yeah, they fought long and hard to get there, and as you can see, the Chapman Panthers taking their last huddle together before they set up in formation. And if you will see that the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen looking like they're playing a 4-3-3 flat, and we'll see that formation when we come up here for the Chapman Panthers out of this huddle. But interesting to see, you know, we're playing a lot of men back there with the 4 men back, especially with this holding midfielders we talked about with JP Melgoza. Going to be a defensive-oriented game, I am sure, as that music is starting to get me pumped up and ready to go. Kyle, take it away as we're about to hit the kickoff.
All right, as you can see here, we have the ball in center field. Toby Howe lined up with Aiden Wall, our 2 offensive leaders, not just for the Panthers, but for the entire SCIAC division. And they're about to get this one started. Just waiting on the whistle from the referee. And there it is, folks. We are underway in this semifinal round. Ball is up into play as the Panthers move it into their offensive half of the field. Toby Howe battling it out already. Cal Lu clears it. Little bounce up and down, and now they are going to settle right on the near line. They're going to work it back into the defensive half, all the way back to their goaltender.
And you can see Aiden Wall already using his pace to force that pass back to Tyler Schartz, as we've been talking about it all night. Aiden Wall is going to be number 11 on your screen, the one to watch tonight, as we're already seeing how strong this team is going to be and how defensive oriented it is. That's a great tackle.
And we got a foul coming up here, so free kick given to the Kingsmen. And if you are just joining us, we have our Panthers in all white with black numbers attacking from right to left, and the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen in purple, black shorts, white numbers attacking from left to right on your screen.
As Cal Lutheran is awarded the throw-in there, as Chapman starts to move his defenders back. Got 5 back there, but that ball seems to find its way through.
Cal Lu's trying to move it into the far corner. Good pressure from the defense by the Panthers. And it's going to be a foul against the Kingsmen.
And interesting to see that one slid out, kind of, you know, fell down a little bit there, but didn't just give them possession, but gave them the free kick off that foul. So tied up 1-1 with the fouls here.
Big ball up in the air. Doesn't quite make it past center. Couple volleys back and forth, but the Kingsmen are going to settle. Now the Panthers come up with it. Good chip through. Toby Howe's racing. Can he get to it first? And Shart's going to come out and wrap this one up.
And you can see, already feeling that physical gameplay. We're going to see that a lot tonight, I'm sure. But Toby Howe tries to get the pace to go there, but just not quite enough. The defense there, well executed from number 25 on the Kingsmen.
Working along the near side. Garrett Limfelt there. Now he's going to get a foot on it. Working it around. Right over to Toby. Tries to center it. Kalu picks up, and now they're going to play the possessive game, but it's a wild ball, and it goes straight through to a Panther foot. Now it's in the box. Howe. And that's settled down again. The Panthers still have it. They're in the box. Howe again. Shart's going to clean this one up.
Yeah, Toby Howe just took that off his second touch. Obviously, the body's turned away. Couldn't get his foot as open as he wanted it to, but that's the first shot on goal tonight, and that goes to Toby Howe. As you can see, the first 4 minutes of gameplay, we've already been talking about how defensive-oriented this game is going to be, and I can't lie to you, we saw number 25 for the Kingsmen just coming out, being physical, getting ready to go, and it'll be interesting to see how they adjust and keep working around Aiden Wall and Toby Howe.
This ball's on the near line. It's been a battle back and forth, and we're going to have a call go against the Panthers here. Settled down by the Panthers. 50-50 ball. Controversial call against Ryan Bridge there, but ref says let's play.
As we wait for the free kick, obviously the Kingsmen lining up just outside the box there. They're looking for a long cross in.
Off ahead. Couple volleys back and forth, and it's cleared out by the Panther defense.
Yeah, that's great stuff to see. And that number 25 for the Kingsmen I've been talking about is Jack Gomniak. Just been physical, especially against Toby Howe, but we're going to see tonight's first corner kick coming out here.
And we talked about him in the pre-show. Chris Peleas is going to take this corner kick. Curls in, into the box. It's dangerous. Back out towards Peleas. But swept up by the Panthers winger. Chipped way up. And we got a streaking man coming. He's attacking. He's in the box. Oh, but the defense by Cal Lutheran gets it out.
Well, that's great stuff there. Obviously, I would be afraid. You're seeing Aiden Wall on the wing there, just absolutely pushing the pace. But that one's going to go to the corner kick, and as Chapman sets up here, they're putting everybody in the box. I'm gonna assume this one's going to be a high volley. Trying to look for a head here. Obviously, Toby Howe, Aiden Wall, set up in the middle there, but this is where we see, we're talking about it. Defense wins championships, and this could be a key factor.
Yeah, Jake Williams, great on the corner kick. Not only can he put a corner kick into the box, he can put a throw-in into the box. So great weapon for the Panthers here when it comes to these offensive plays.
Yeah, obviously just tying the shoe a little bit, but getting set up here, and you've got the majority of both teams in the box. Only 2 Panthers left out, so if this is a big clear, this could be spell trouble on a counter.
I expect the Panthers to move as the play starts. Ball's up in air, curls in off of a Kalu head, but it's still in the box. Off a volley, we have a Chapman goal!
Sebastian Hurdle got the rebound and immediately back to his teammates. What a score. You can see on the replay, rebounded off the head, off the chest, and just a great touch all the way up top corner. No way, as you can hear the chants of Ole filling the stands. I know the fans are ready for that one. 1-0 in the first 7 minutes. We talked about how defensive-oriented it could be, but man, oh man, those Panthers can't stop them.
Not even 10 minutes into this one, and we got our answer. Panthers are going to be the first ones to score. Sebastian Hurdle, what a great volley. Read that play. Kowloon got their head on it, but just wasn't enough for these Panthers. We got some cheers coming from the crowd as this home crowd is pumped after that goal. Chandler Simonsman's going to wrap this one up, out of danger, but he's going to use the ground and try to get this play moving forward. Chipped into the middle. We've got a streaking Aiden Wall again.
Great stuff from Davis Schartz, obviously coming out of the net. Can't use his hands, but uses his head and clears that one wide.
Howe off of toe to Thomas, but the Kowloon defender gets in the way, and now they're going to try to counterattack. They're streaking up the field. Into the far corner. Double team. That's Espinosa and Tamer. And it's going to be out for a corner kick.
Interested to see if Peleas takes this one again. We talked about how he can play a great defensive position, but also has scored a couple goals on his own. And I wonder if, maybe you throw him in the box, even if he doesn't have the size, and try him out.
Big punch out from the Panthers. It's up high above the box, and we got a player down. Cleared out. Howe's coming in. Players back up. Into the near corner. We're going to have a goal kick.
Looking like they're shaking that one off, but obviously you never want to see a man go down and not have anything, not getting up anytime soon. So we keep moving the ball here.
Williams up to Linfelt. Linfelt, just a super strong player on the ball. He's a big body. He knows how to have quick feet. So just a great winger to bring this ball into the offensive half of the field.
Going to be a throw-in for the Panthers there. Going to try and see if you can find Aiden Wall or Toby out here. We talked about them a lot. Saw that team comparison, but got to find them.
Be intrigued to see if Williams is going to take the throw. It looks like Linfelt is for now. Williams usually takes these because he does have a big throw, but Linfelt, also a big body out there. You can see those biceps. He can put one in there. Here it comes off ahead. Kowloon clears it up. Doesn't get over center though. Now we got another quick defensive attack by the Panthers in the midfield. They just are swarming the Kingsmen every time they get a foot on the ball.
And that's a great challenge from Riley Thomas. Keeping the ball in the attacking half, that can spell trouble on the counter there, but Riley Thomas keeps this attack alive.
Kowloon trying to get it over center and out of their defensive half of the field, but these Panthers are putting on the pressure. Linfelt came in to challenge. Skipped off ahead. That's Busby. He's going to clear it out. Now Tamer chips it out towards the far side. Kowloon's going to settle, and again the Panthers get in the way. That's Ryan Bridge bringing the pressure. Now Toby Howe. Cleared up by the Kingsmen. Little 50-50 ball. Ref says play on. Ryan Bridge gets in the way. Now he gets pushed from behind. Ref says play on.
Here's some jeers from the crowd.
Big physical play.
I don't know. That one seemed like a drop of the shoulder there from Marco Rodriguez. They're gonna take this one fast, it looks like, but obviously slow to get up, and the ref is saying, what's going on? Taking some time, and that's going to be some stoppage of the clock there at 34-38 here at Wilson Field, but obviously a couple of calls that you thought could go either way, but this one kind of just knocks him down. A little too much of the body, and that's going to be a free kick for them there, as it looks like number 10 is standing up on his own, walking it off. I think that's Chris Peleas.
That was Riley Thomas that came in from behind on the Panther squad. So ref's going to call it a foul. He did play more of the body than the ball, but this one's in. Simonsma off a bounce, and we have a corner kick. Looked like it dangerous there. It almost looked like it went in, but a little argument from Simonsma, and we're gonna have a corner kick.
Yeah, obviously not happy with that one. I don't understand the anger there. Obviously, maybe thought that it couldn't happen. I'm not sure.
Off of Cheston out, and it's gonna be a goal kick as it was off a Kingsman player.
And Chandler Simonsma, we said his name a couple times. Not going for those long goal kicks that we've seen before, but just playing it to his defenders. He knows they can handle the ball, pass it cleanly. So going to try and waste some of his time with the lead here.
That's one thing we talked about in the pre-show, and even when we sat down with the players, you know, they talked about Jackson Busby's the heart and soul back there behind this defense. As Toby Howe gets a little shove off the ball, and I think we got some bad blood brewing here, Dan.
Yeah, we talked about it. I think it's going to be a very physical game as we get longer and longer into this. Still, just over 12 minutes gone in this game as we see that ball fly out of bounds. And Toby Howe seems a little dejected as we set up for this next goal kick.
Ball is in play, up towards midfield. Kowlou's the first one to get there, and now they settle it. A little chip over the middle. Double team, though, squashes that offensive attack.
Yeah, that's a great pass, though. Obviously, set up your attackers to really get out in stride there, but the Chapman defense converges, and it's going to settle for another corner kick. It's going to be the third or fourth corner kick here for the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen. We're going to see what they can do here. Obviously, playing a man close, they may just dump this one off.
That's Bruno Masteo Torres, number 6, and Preston Fleming, number 13. Fleming curls it in. And the Panthers are the ones that get to it. It just kind of sails past some of the Kowlou forwards, and content to play it out of bounds are the Panthers.
Yeah, that one sails out for a throw-in yet again, but the Chapman Panthers have been very well defending these ones, especially when it comes to the throw-ins, using their heads really well, getting the passes clean, and we're going to see what they can do here. Obviously, the Kingsmen in their attacking half now.
Throw is in play. It's up in the air, bouncing around.
Oh, and you can hear from the crowd saying it's a handball. Not too sure if you can see it all the way from up here, especially with my eyesight, but
it sounded like it was the crowd trying to get something there, but now we got a breakaway play here. Riley Thomas tried to take it, and he got tackled. And Kowlou sends it back towards the Panther end of the field. Rolls out. It's going to be a throw-in for the Panthers.
And that was a great slide tackle from Eric Meia. Was just a beautifully executed slide and all ball, and got it back in their possession and back in their attacking half. You're really happy with that challenge.
Yeah, there's nothing like coming up with a big slide tackle. It's clean. It just feels so good as a midfielder when you can pull one of those off. Now the ball's in play, bouncing. Kowlou tries to get into the box, but a Panther steps in the way. Now they're striking again. Toby Howe gives it off. Working the sideline is Espinosa. Now Linfeld battling it out. He tries to center it, but he's pushed off the ball.
Yeah, that cross was just a little too weak. Try to get it to his man, but just a tad short.
Ryan Bridge and Espinosa are going to play a little bit of give and take. Thomas to back to Espinosa, back to Thomas, to Wall, back to Thomas. He's in the box, and Wall just gets underneath the ball too much, puts it over the goalpost.
And that just goes to show the amount of passing and time that takes to perfectly execute that. Aiden Wall with a great opportunity, like you said, just a tad bit under it, sails it into the uprights, but very, very well done as we get right back into the action.
Yeah, sometimes when you're the forward and you're in that dangerous spot and you have such an open spot, your eyes become pizzas. And now it's back in the box, and very dangerous play as it almost gave away to a Panther forward in the box.
Yeah, we saw Aiden Wall. He's just on top of those ones, but we're set up for yet another throw in here. Got 5 men in the box.
Williams who's going to take it. Like I said, he's got quite the arm, so look for some play in the box. Oh, a little trick play here as he goes short. Ryan Bridge gets a toe on it. That did not go the direction he was intending.
Eric Mejia was the throw-in yet again and finds an open man right there in the middle of the field at the 50-yard line.
That was Cesar Sagastumi. He's got the ball again. And now Igor Lambrano. Given to Eric Mejia. Lambrano. Little give and take here for the Kowloon Kingsmen as they're trying to build something up. Little possession game.
Just passing it around here in the midfield. Obviously trying to find something, but Chapman bringing lots of guys. They got to get across here.
Now it's cleared up by the Panthers into the defensive half of the Kingsmen, and they're just going to give it to their goaltender.
Yeah, Davis Shart's obviously having a pretty decent night tonight, only conceding that one goal off the rebound, but otherwise he's been playing really well, especially off the ball. A little bit of a push there from Toby Howe.
I think there's a little bit of a gamemanship from the Kingsmen as Toby Howe was playing behind him. And the ref is going to call that one. Now we're back underway.
As you can hear, the vuvuzelas starting to fill the stadium. One of my favorite words to say, especially when calling soccer games.
Starting to feel like the Bank of America Stadium out here at Wilson Field. LAFC is about to play tomorrow for the MLS championship, so that's going to be an exciting one. And now Kowloon doing their best to be the LAFC impersonators are going to bring it into the middle of the field. But Chapman's going to squash that play.
That ball just a tad too far, right back into the feet of Davis Sharts. And this game is really being decided by the midfield tonight. Obviously playing lots of great defense. We've had some really great challenges, but like you've said, this is going to go either way here.
It's a very similar outing as the last time these two teams met at Wilson Field. The only difference tonight, we got a quick goal from Sebastian Hurdle before we even reached the 10-minute mark.
That throw-in's going to be awarded to the Chapman Panthers, and it's thrown down the line.
Big throw, trying to get Howe speeding down the line there.
Ooh, that slide tackle way too late, but he decides to give it possession instead of a free kick.
That was Ryan Bridge with the late slide tackle, and then Jake Williams comes in physical with the body. Little bit of telegraphing on that one, Dan.
Yeah, we've been talking about it, that this is a physical game. No foul awarded there, just a throw in. But if you're a Cal Lutheran fan, you're saying where's the call there? Yeah, obviously getting physical with it, but the boys just trying to find a way to win this anyway.
It gets a little frustrating too when you're on the field and you're on the back end of certain calls and not on the others. It does make the game a little confusing when you're out there, because if you're putting too much physical and then they're putting too much physical and getting called or not called, it can be a little bit of a gamble.
Yes, indeed, as we've seen this pass and take, and we're going to see it here as they start to make their breakaway into the box.
That was kicked right into Bridges' face.
Has the control touch absolutely perfectly, as the Kingsmen looking to make their first attack.
Right into Chandler Simone-Smith.
That's a great strike. Obviously, just a tad far out, especially if you're shooting on the Skyac first team goalie. Not too sure about the decision making there, but a great shot on goal.
Yeah, this is a keeper that can read the ball really well from out in space. With no one in front of him, he's going to pick that up 10 times out of 10, Dan.
Yeah, obviously not happy with that touch. That's going to go a throw-in just for the Kingsmen, and they get control back in the midfield yet again.
Now the Panthers have the ball. It's Toby Howe with it. Steps up big and keeps possession. Over to Tamer. Tamer's going to give it to Espinosa. And he's got room and space, and he's going to take it. Chips it up along the sideline. A little misstep by Aiden Wall, and it bounces off his foot and out of bounds. A little frustration there.
Yeah, I think maybe they just got bad luck over there on the Keck side of things. Obviously, 2 bad touches in a row that have led to throw-ins. But, yeah, their midfield really helping them out here as they keep getting great challenges on the ball and keeping the possession near that 50-yard line.
That is the science building, so maybe there's some magnets going on or something. You know, they're working on something over there in Keck. But the Panthers here trying to work this lead into a 2-goal lead as Garrett Linfeld is off into the races. He's sprinting and just cannot quite get the foot that he wants as Kalu clears it out.
Yeah, brought the 2 defenders, but obviously a great play, not having that first touch on the ball, letting it soar towards that box. And as we're going to see, something different here. Aiden Wall taking the corner kick, trying to see if maybe he can curl one into the box as the Chapman Panthers are setting themselves up, and that one missed terribly.
Williams into the box. He's working it now. He's up close. Aiden Wall, a little curl off of a defender. Now they try to clear it out, but it's still in this box. Now Riley Thomas shutting it off, using the body to box him out. Williams with the big left foot if he gets it off. He's going to work it towards the side goal line and off of a Kalu foot, and we're going to have a corner kick for the Panthers.
Yeah, Eric is fired up after that one. You know, just a great block there. We've been talking about defense all night, and it's really shown here. Obviously, the only goal we've seen is off of a rebound, off of a great defensive play, but Aiden Wall setting back up at the corner kick position.
Yeah, it looks like this must be some kind of set play that they worked on, having Aiden Wall kind of give a shorter kick in, swing out to the top of the box, and then put one in, but it's curled in. We got a head on it. Bounces up and over the goal post.
Yeah, just a tad too long. Obviously had the right trajectory, but just a little too much power behind that one as Schartz sets back up at the goal line and just taps it to number 25 there.
Now Giovanni Torres with it. Time and space, and he rolls it up to his forward. Little through ball back to him. Ryan Bridge now is going to put some defense on, and Riley Thomas steps up. Now Espinosa with it, with space. Works towards the far line. Linfeld, a little give and go.
And they're going to call that one a foul. Just extended the arm just a tad too long there, and they're getting chippy a little bit. And you're going to say, what's going on there? It looks like they're giving a yellow card to Chapman Panther Espinosa. Obviously just got a little too emotional there, and that one's going to go against the Chapman Panthers.
It looked like he might have given the yellow to both players. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. Looks like the ref trying to get a control of this one as tempers are flaring.
Yeah, obviously never fun when you see that. You want to keep it clean. You want to keep it sportsmanlike, but sometimes, especially on the big stage like this, emotions run high.
So far, it looks like it is only Espinosa with the yellow card. We'll play on here.
It's a great tackle by Sebastian Hurdle. That one goes to a throw-in for the Kingsmen.
So
temperature really starting to drop here. Starting to get a little chilly up here in the booth.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say, as we're entering the second half of the first half, it is getting a little chilly, and tempers hopefully can cool down just like this temperature, but definitely like to see the aggression from both teams. A little more discipline would be nice. I'm sure that's what the coaches are saying as this ball is up in the air.
It's great control there.
Yeah, that's just great settling of the ball as Riley Thomas moves it into space. He's going to shake, he's going to shimmy, he's going to pass it. Linfeld, now he's in the box. A great striking shot, just goes wide on the near side.
Yeah, Linfeld trying to put that one back post, but obviously just a tad bit wide there. Beat his defender very well, though. Great stuff from Linfeld. The Kingsmen looking to pass it around in the backfield a lot more now. We've been seeing them play it around the 50-yard line, but the pressure from the Panthers making them play around the 20 is it's interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's very similar to the style of play we did see before. They like to play this possession style game and kind of get the opposing pieces out of position and then use the streaker coming up the line. And we're going to have a foul against Kowloon as Toby Howe goes down to the ground.
Yeah, Toby Howe, the captain of this Chapman Panther team tonight. And one of my favorite parts about, being a captain, especially in soccer, is they get to wear that really cool armband. It's yellow, got the C on it, gets to show everybody, I run this team. I think it's the best part about soccer, actually.
It's definitely pretty sweet, too, because, no one's set, no one's secure. Everyone has to work and earn their position on the team. It's not as permanent as some of these other sports.
That one controlled really well by the Panthers as they're going to play their defense a little bit, and they play it wide over to the Keck side of the field.
Busby gives it over to Espinosa, who kept it in with a flying kick. Linfeld was streaking, trying to get something there, but it gets cleared up by Schartz.
Yeah, and you got to applaud the Chapman Panthers here, only letting the ball enter their box on a couple corner kicks. But this has been a defensive showcase, to say nonetheless.
Love seeing all the players putting their body on the line, putting their heart and soul into this game. As you said, it has been a defensive game, and with that comes a lot of physical play. And we're seeing a lot of that tonight. And the Kingsmen now working it back into their box, but that's cut off. Ryan Bridge stepping into the way. Or no, that's Sebastian Hurdle stepping into the way. Kowloon clears it up.
And they're gonna give some respect there. Obviously, the ref is saying you can't be dropping the shoulder like that. But Sebastian Hurdle apologized and saying, I wasn't trying to, just trying to follow the ball, and obviously run into the defender there. But sportsmanlike. It's what we like to see here. We talked about the tensions running high, and I think your quote about the temperature is really starting to set in.
Yeah, Hurdle, mostly a very disciplined player, so definitely not in his character to be doing some extracurriculars after the whistle or anything like that. Last time these two met, there were 5 yellow cards throughout the entire match. So definitely expect a little bit more chippiness, as this one matters a lot more.
Yeah, that one, a great block there from number 20, Jackson Busby. We talked about him as a key player just a tad bit before we got into gameplay tonight, and kept that one out. And great stuff there. But we set up yet another corner kick, one of the 5th or 6th tonight now.
Yeah, these are, the more you give up to the opposing team, the more opportunity they have to make one of these plays successful. So Panthers got to stay on their toes, and these things can eat away at you as it curls in. It gets to a Kowloon head, but it's bounced out. Now it's outside of the box, a little chip over the back of the head. Panthers are settling. Now they're content to use across the field to Linfeld, who's going to take time and space. Big foot in the way, clears it into the corner, and that's just going to eat away at the clock. Panthers content to just let this one go back to the Kingsmen.
Yeah, obviously still trying to tack on the score. You've got 2 of the greatest goal scorers in all of SCIAC up there. But yeah, you're already leading by 1, and you've only got 16 minutes left. And that's another foul against the Panthers, another free kick that is taken very fast.
It'll be intriguing to see how these whistles balance out throughout the night, as there have been quite a few towards the Panthers. And if they can keep this lead, definitely going to see more frustration from the Kingsmen, as they're the bottom seed here, Dan. They're the ones trying to get the king off of their throne, if you will.
Yeah, you're going to see the Panthers 6-0-3 coming into this game, and obviously playing at home is a huge advantage, as we see our first substitutions there. Obviously number 2, Peter Senko, coming in.
You know, sometimes you're watching these games and the substitution's made and you kind of moan and groan because one of your favorite players is off. But with this Panthers squad, it's hard to be upset when any of the subs happen, because they've all been contributing throughout the season. It seems like no matter who's on this pitch, it's going to be a strong performance.
Yeah, and we've seen it all night tonight, but the defense has been really, really stunning here, as you can hear the jeers from the Kingsmen bench saying that one looked a little too physical for their liking.
That was Jake Williams who picked the pocket there, then gave it back up to Hurdle, and it crossed away. And now we're going to take it over. It's rolled up. Howe's there.
Toby Howe really trying to see if he can draw a foul here. He knows a free kick could be pivotal to putting the ball in the box.
Eric Mejia with it. Now he gives it to Juan Valencia, who just came on the pitch. But it's given back. Now Aiden Wall in danger area. He still has the ball. He's got a foot on it. It's going to go out for a corner kick as it was off the Kingsman defender's foot.
And if you're a Panther fan, you know that our first goal of the night came off a corner kick. So you're hoping that you can extend the lead here, maybe to 2 goals off this corner. Aiden Wall taking it once again.
That was Jack Gomanayak who was playing defense there. You know, good that he didn't give Aiden Wall the opportunity to get on net alone, but gave up this corner kick, and this could be a danger against the Kingsmen. Ball's in play. It's curled. It's a little far. Kingsman's the first one there, but it's going to bounce right to the Panthers. They're going to volley it over. Now Aiden Wall settles. Little off the right foot. Settled back down by Ryan Bridge. Chips it up into the box off of Toby Howe's head. It's bouncing. Aiden settles it. Still in the box. Time, space. And they're going to give a free kick. Looks like it might have been offsides or a possible handball.
Yeah, Aiden Wall not happy with that one. Obviously misses his first strike and really wanted that off the volley. But overall, very well done. And Chandler Simon Simone's going to wrap that one up and hopefully send it right back into their attacking half.
Yeah, Simon not really threatening there as he rolls it on the ground. It's good to have an alert goaltender like that. When you aren't getting a lot of shots on net, you know, goaltenders can get iced, and we're not seeing that from Simone Smith here. As the ball is in the near side, but the Kingsmen are going to pick it up right back to a Panther foot.
Gomniak just absolutely great tackle, great defense all night playing that side, and he knows that Aiden Wall and Toby Howe are a dangerous force.
Ball's just kind of bouncing back and forth here. Both teams just keeping it in the air. Neither one trying to give an inch. Garrett Linfelt now on the far line. He's using his body to push through. Again, a foul called against Garrett Linfelt, even though the other opposing player kind of just got in the way and stopped moving.
And that's a great strategy there, forcing the ball to go out of bounds to force the throw in, but yeah, obviously trying to get physical, still trying to fight for the ball, and draws the foul there.
And the ball's settled down here at midfield. It's kind of just staying in this third of the field. It hasn't really gone to either opponent's end. Here comes a long ball to the far corner. Streaking are the Kingsmen, but Espinosa's there first. Kind of fanned on the first attempt to clear and then finally gets it out off the second one.
Yeah, Espinosa just trying to get that into a throw-in again. Obviously, you're not happy with the pace there and giving your defender some time to really get back into position.
Great support there from the Panthers.
I mean, that's gotta hurt. I don't know. Sometimes you see stuff like that and you're like, ooh. But a great stop there. And the Panthers still in their box, but that one's sent out as they're going to try and reset here on the throw-in.
Yeah, good support there from Jake Williams and Jackson Busby. They were both clearing out the ball there. Hopefully, it looks like Busby was shaking off something there. Toby Howe with it now, and it's off of Hurdle's foot for throw-in. Eric Mejia with the throw. Settles it down. Now he's going to play a little bit of catch with his fellow Kingsman.
That ball sent straight to a Chapman foot, and here comes the counter.
Great counter from Linfelt. What was that? That was a very obnoxious push from behind. Not a single call on there. The player wasn't even near the ball yet, and he got completely rocked away from the ball. Not a whistle heard.
And you can see the astonishment on Aiden Wall's face. You know, that close-up shot we got there, but man, oh man, you're not happy if you're a Panther fan there. But the Kingsmen streaming down the field.
Definitely an interesting no call, as they've been pretty soft with what they have been calling a foul. So interesting choice there by the ref to not call anything on that push. But now we got Garen Linfeld in space, and he's dangerous when he's got the ball in that corner. Little miscue there. Aiden Wall just a little bit rattled here after that push.
Yeah, and trying to set it back up, but obviously this counter looking strong now as the Kingsmen look to go ahead. Only 10 minutes left in this half. You got to give it everything you got, even though the fatigue has to be setting in now.
Yeah, momentum trying to get shifted by the Kingsmen. It just seems like the Panthers are squashing every attempt they have. Granted, there hasn't been too many opportunities from the Panthers since the first goal, other than a couple corner kicks. Both of these teams are keeping the play right in the middle field.
Yeah, and we talked about it. It's going to stay there probably for the majority of tonight, but we've seen a couple counterattacks get deep into the box and a couple of shots on goal for both teams, and obviously just an interesting no call there, but the throw-in yet again from Eric.
Big throw along the near side. See 4 Panthers just swallow up the Kingsman player right there. Now Linfeld into space. They're going to call a yellow card here against Linfeld possibly, because contact with the goalie. Hopefully not.
Yeah, not too sure about that one. It looks like Linfeld did make an effort to step away. Sharts still on the ground, but we're gonna try and see, as Aiden Wall is gonna talk to him about that other no call, saying what's going on there. You know, it happened like 3 minutes ago, but I'm still mad about that one, ref.
Yeah, definitely want to get some answers. It really sets the precedence for the rest of the game of how comfortable you feel being a physical player out there. And if you're getting shoved from behind, but you can't make a play either, it just creates confusion.
Yeah, and it's so nice to see all the fans coming in from both teams to support here. Obviously, it's a semifinal. It's a big game here tonight, but you know, Cal Lutheran, Kingsmen, and Panther fans alike joining in the stands, cheering on their boys.
Yeah, Wilson Field and Ernie Chapman Stadium are rocking tonight in this semifinal match.
And you can hear from the crowd saying that one was a foul. Toby Howe wishing that one was called a foul, but it's just a throw-in for the Panthers.
We love to support our officiating crews here on CSBN. We do not want to see the ref kind of lose control of the game, however. We do want a fair game. So the players are out there asking, what can we do, ref? When are we going to get a call? Seems like we can't do anything right.
Got some big substitutions here, though. We've got Joniah Frang and number 14, Dylan Payne, coming in, giving some much-needed rest to Toby Howe and number 10, Sebastian Hurdle. We've said their names a couple of times tonight, but only 7 minutes here in this first half left.
Yeah, Hurdle, our goal scorer, is going to take a rest, which definitely like to see those legs stay fresh out there. Jonah Frang, a complete unit out there for this Chapman Panther team. As you can see, his thighs are about as big as my head. And now he clears it into the corner. Jake Williams battling it out off of a Kowloon player. It's going to be a throw.
And it looks like a substitution also coming in here for the Kingsmen. Looks like number 27, Sebastian Perez, and number 24, Justin Magana. Coming off is going to be number 11 and number 12, respectively, for the Kingsmen. That's going to be Jackson Ensley and Chris Peleas.
Williams with the big throw towards the box. It's in the middle, up and bouncing in the box. Off a kick, but it goes wide all the way across the goal line. That was about as close to a miss as you could get.
Yeah, second time Linfeld has just sent it a little wide on that far post. But great stuff. You're happy with that, especially off a throw-in. I mean, what a cannon you got to have to throw that one. It looked like a corner kick almost.
That's what we love to see from Jake Williams, especially in those dangerous throw-in areas. He can create a lot of offense. Now the Kingsmen are trying to create their own offenses. They're in the Panther box. making Simonsma have to move his feet, but it goes out wide.
You're happy with that one, obviously. You force the shot on the first touch there. No control, no time to set it up and aim, but obviously, you know, the first time we've seen them get in the box in about the last 10 minutes, so you're trying to set it back up and make sure they don't live there.
Williams clears it up into Linfeld's feet. And now Jonah Frang's going to settle. And he goes down. You know that's a foul because, like I said, he is a big kid. He does not go down easy.
Yeah, Jonah Frang. Looks like he almost got stepped on a little bit as that foul is taken quickly. And going to need some pace here, but saves it, number 23 on that far side. Looking to whip it in.
Williams off the cross, but no one there to put one in as that was dangerous. And it's cleared out by the Kingsmen on the far side.
That throw one's going to be awarded to the Kingsmen in their defending half. Just 5 minutes left on the clock now. Just passing it a little bit, still trying to find an opening here. Obviously the Chapman Panthers really holding it slow when we get close to this 40-50 yard line.
Yeah, they definitely like to pinch and close up. That's Dresden.
A great challenge from Linfelt there. Forces the throw in, not allowing that big cross coming in from number 25, Gomniak, Jack Gomniak.
Checking in is number 18, Alejandro Rodriguez, replacing Cesar Segastume.
And you could hear on the PA a little bit there. Number 18 subbing in for number 20 there for the Kingsmen. Just 4 minutes left in this first half of action before we throw it out to halftime.
Panthers are going to swallow this one up and clear that out. Just a little bit of clock management here from the Panthers. Throw in. Kingsmen trying to settle it down, but they pop it up towards the goal box. Anthony Moon went for a little ride there.
Yeah, that one looked like it hurt the ankle a little bit. Obviously, try to control it, but like you said, just took it for a ride as that one's going out of bounds. And you can see number 27 for the Panthers obviously starting to feel the pain from riding that ball. That's number 27, Anthony Moon, and he can't be happy with that one. Try to control it, but obviously you could tell that one was going to be a rolled ankle.
Yeah, you know, Dan, probably the reason he's injured, he is not wearing his normal neon green boots that he's usually seen out here on the field with. He's got some new, looks like some Predators, red and black. So definitely probably a cause of why he's injured today. You know, you can't break tradition on a semifinal game.
Yeah, hoping he's okay. Obviously, you don't want to hope that he's out for the rest of the game, but obviously taking a few moments on the field, trying to get it back. As you can see, the stands filled up with fans and friends alike, and got the vuvuzela, got the cowbell ready to go, and trying to keep the spirits high. Obviously, somebody rocking the Paris Saint-Germain jersey. Don't know what you're doing. Obviously, that team, tough to watch sometimes, man.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you know someone's a real fan based off of who they root for, because there's a lot of pain and suffering being a part of certain fan bases.
And as we see, Moon is being escorted off the field by the athletic staff, but clapping coming in from either side, and hoping he gets a quick recovery.
Yeah, hopefully it's just something that kind of is irritating him now, and after a couple minutes off of it, a little bit of halftime, he'll come back out in. Yeah. Now we're under play.
Chapman really handling the ball well here, but gives it up. Still having some opportunities if you're a Kingsman here. Only 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left in this half, excuse me, but you got to fight for it.
And it's Alex Festa that just had the touch there, and he's going to be the replacement here for Anthony Moon. Espinosa with the big throw. Bounces past a couple players, and now Jonah Frang's going to settle it down. He's in a dangerous area with a big boot and making Sharts do some work as that was on net.
Oh my word. Davis Sharts laying out, looking like Superman on that save, but Joniah Frang with an absolute rocket soaring towards the net, but Sharts handles it and gives it a corner kick. Man, oh man, that was beautiful.
Now Frang's gonna take the corner kick after that shot attempt. Ball's in play on the ground. It rolls into the box. It's bouncing. It's bouncing. It's still loose. It's off the post. Are you serious? We've got players down in the box. Ref is calling something and communicating traffic.
Looks like Davis Sharts is injured in that second box there. Not quite sure, especially when it comes to calls, when it comes to that smaller box there, but obviously looks like a restricted area, almost like you would have in hockey, like you're not supposed to hit the goalie there.
Yeah, it is the 6-yard box is kind of the keeper's box. He is fairly safe. The only time is on corner kicks. That's kind of when you're allowed to crowd the box there. Most of the time, if you're an attacking player, you need to stay out of the box unless the ball is in play. But like I said, unless it is a corner kick, then you can attack. So free game there, just really cautious when the goalie's down on the ground like that.
Yeah, the clock was stopped at 1:33, and here we go, starts again, and the Panthers trying to make the most of it here.
Espinosa along the far line sends it up, and it was just out of play for Frang to get to.
And obviously calls a push there. And the Kingsmen trying to push it on that left-hand side.
They're not trying to stop the clock as they're rushing, trying to get something before the half ends. And they're attacking into the near corner, but Simonsma's going to come up, wrap it up, let some more seconds tick off the clock. Don't expect him to really rush this ball back into play as he rolls it on the ground. Tamer chipped up towards midfield, but out of bounds. Seconds will clear.
That one just booted all the way to the side, and looks like they're really trying to push the pace here, but that ball comes on and the time just keeps ticking.
Yeah, Chapman just content with keeping that ball out of bounds.
Yeah, that one just keeps going over to Keck. I think the magnets got turned on again or something, but we're going to see as we enter the last 20 seconds. The Kingsmen centered, looking like they have a shot here, but that one soars just way above the crossbar.
Yeah, it went high as the last seconds kick off here for the first half. It is a 1-0 Chapman lead. Simonsma gets a foot on it in the last second, and now we are done with the first half, Dan. I mean, real exciting stuff out there today.
Yeah, we talked about how defensive this game was going to be. I was not expecting a goal in the first 10 minutes. I mean, just amazing to start, but it just goes to show how well Chapman can attack the ball. Obviously, that great award going to Aiden Wall, Offensive Player of the Year for the Skyak. We saw Toby Howe. We talked about him a lot. And Emily Cho and Ryan Deeb got the opportunity to actually go down to practice this week and talk to them both about what it means to be, you know, the star players and the attacking force here for the Chapman Panthers. And we've got that package for you right now.
It feels pretty good. That was definitely a goal of mine. After winning it last season, it kind of felt that if you do it one season, like it might be a fluke or a lucky season, but if you do it twice, then that's what my goal was, because then it actually means we're the best. I just love to play. Like, I go out and I have a lot of fun competing with my teammates. Like, for example, my friend Toby. Whenever he's out here, my motivation is always to score more goals than him. So as long as he's on the field, I already have that motivation.
We've had a competition every year in most schools. For most points, it's usually one or the other. Whoever has more ends up buying the other person dinner.
So Toby bought me dinner last year, and he's going to buy me dinner again this year. I mean, Toby scored the second most goals, so it's like I got the accolade, but Toby was the second best scorer and finisher in the league. So our defense is really good this year. Our goalie is first team. Chandler, he's been a baller all 4 years. He's really good. And then both of our center backs are transfers, but they have both been immediately into the starting lineup, so they bring a lot to the list. So yeah, our offense is good, but our defense is really what made us win. Like, we conceded the second least amount of goals, and we scored the most amount of goals. So when you have a team that can do both, you know you're a good team.
Now we're playing really good soccer, and it's not the typical soccer where you just kick it and run in our league, and we're actually playing fun soccer to watch and fun soccer to play. So it just makes it a lot more enjoyable to be out there.
We played in the tournament 3 years, and we've always had to play away, both times at Claremont. So to host a game will be a lot of fun in front of all of our fans and friends. When you're playing away, they bring all their fans. It'll be fun to have all of them here.
Just the way they talk about each other, the way they talk about this team, you can see that there's a lot of passion between them. And even though they were not on the score sheet for that goal, it was Sebastian Hurdle who came up after a defensive header from the Kingsman. Almost cleared it out, but it put it right on his boot, and he got it in. Tell me, Dan, what did you think about that goal?
Yeah, I know. First touch, obviously, you know, just a punch out from the keeper, but it came right to Sebastian Hurdle, off the chest, right to his right foot, and up into the top of the net. You know, you can't get much better than that, especially off of that corner kick scenario. So it's just great stuff to see.
Yeah, it's great to see that. And then also just, you know, knowing that we do have players like Aiden Wall and Toby Howe who are itching to get on the score sheet. I think we're going to have a fantastic second half for these Panthers. And also the Kingsmen. They cannot be disgranted. Like, they definitely held their own out there today.
Yes, they did, and we're going to continue with another 45 minutes of action after just a short break. Stick with us and enjoy your snacks at this halftime slate.
Went straight for the title, no time to idle. I'm finna get it, put that on the Bible. This is survival, gotta treat every move like the final. One by a mile, nobody believe it, they all in denial. Look at me, look at me, still in the show, that's the crook in me. They want me gone with the hook in me, asking why is he here like I shouldn't be. I've been on grind since Auto, 10,000 hours the motto. They see the bag is coming out, they flocking to me like I won the lotto. Dancing with the devil, there's no recital. I'm killing competition, ain't no vengeance, back on the grinds, back to the business. Ay, God is my witness, they watching my moves like shows they binging. Ay, best keep distance, all of my haters send best of wishes. I get to the bag with the quickness, no I don't need no assistance, no. Yeah, no playing it safe, I said let's get it, you say not today. What can I say, you ain't gon' go for it, get out the way. Yeah, got no time to waste, can't be with me if you not at my pace. You not at my level, you not in my race. One foot on the gas, I'm pushing the brakes. Dancing with the devil, there's no recital. I'm killing competition, ain't no revival. I shoot it to kill it, I'm aiming for vitals. I'm showing no mercy when facing my rivals. Snakes in the grass, they getting exposed. I know they be lurking, I'm watching them close. Acting like friends, but really they foes. Saw they be scheming and said adios. Yeah, I gotta get it. Yeah, by any means. I gotta get it, the mindset. I gotta get it, the mindset. I gotta get it, the mindset.
Welcome back to Wilson Field. We're glad you stuck with us for another 45 minutes of gameplay here at Wilson Field for the SCIAC men's soccer semifinal as the Chapman Panthers are taking on the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen. But first, we're going to take a look at those first half highlights and see what happened there in the first half, and before we get into this second half of gameplay. And we're going to take a look here on our screens back here as you guys will see them at home. And here we go. And obviously we're going to start off there with that first goal and going straight to the field, obviously a little bit there. But we talked about that goal right before it happened, just right off the chest and right back into the back of the net.
Yeah, it was a great effort by Sebastian Hurdle. Here you see a lot of the Panther defense trying to clear it out. This game was a physical match. Toby Howe having a few words there.
Yeah, we've talked about it all the time, and we're saying we've seen a lot of great tackles. A lot of the times we've seen a lot of fouls so far, a couple of yellow cards here or there, but we've had a couple of no calls as well. So it'll be interesting to see how the ref comes back in this half, as well as these teams. How are they going to adjust and learn how to go in this new style of play?
You see Riley Thompson taking the ball into space, giving it off to Garrett Lindfelt there, just wide. Toby Howe getting pushed off the ball there. Just a lot of physical plays, but also opportunities left and right from both teams. And it's just been really an exciting match. This is definitely some semifinal soccer here tonight.
Yeah, and we're going to keep seeing these replays and keep seeing, how wonderfully both these teams played. That no call obviously was a big point of contention here for Panther fans and Aiden Wall alike. But as we enter the second half of play, we're getting into some big changes here, obviously. As the teams are starting to take the field, what is going to be key to, whatever team is going to win this game? Obviously, Chapman coming in with the goal. How do the Kingsmen strike back here?
Yeah, the Kingsmen, a lot of the play in their first half, they played the possession game. They tried to work the ball in the midfield, passing it back and forward, catch the Panthers out of position, and then use the winger as an attack. But the Panthers were really not giving up that attack. So something I need to see from Cal Lu in this second half is really pushing the ball and trying to have a little more offensive oomph rather than that possession style of play.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see because, over here in the booth, we're on the left-hand side of the field. We had to kind of crane our neck to go see that defense, but now they're right in front of us, ready for some great gameplay here tonight. Wilson Field, the SCIAC men's semifinal. It's going to be a great next 45 minutes, and who knows, the Kingsmen could tie it up here, and we could go to OT even, just like they did in their first game against Redlands. And, as the boys are starting to take the field and getting ready to go, obviously Simon running all the way back to the net. Davis Shart still in net for the Kingsmen as they are going to kick us off here in this second half of gameplay tonight.
As the music is about to fade away, we want to really recognize both teams here. This is the SCIAC semifinals. The winner of this game will be the host on Sunday. At the same time as we're playing right now, we have Occidental Tigers playing the Pomona Pitzer Sage Hens. So the winner of that game will play the winner of this game, and then the unfortunate losers of this game will play the unfortunate losers of that game. So we'll see what happens on Sunday if the Panthers are going to be hosting yet another championship game.
Yeah, and it'll be very, very exciting to watch if that Sunday game happens around 1 p.m. And if it does, you'll be lucky to know and happy to know that CSBN will be covering that game live, ready for you. But let's focus on this one first before we start thinking about Sunday.
Oh, definitely, as the Kingsmen have the ball in midfield, and now they are working it back towards their defense, playing that possession game as we saw in the first half. But right there, Toby Howe steps in the way, and it's cleared up towards center field. Sebastian Hurdle going up for a battle there, but the Kingsmen come up with it. Now it's chipped into space.
It's a great ball off the shoulder there. They've got attackers ready, but a great clear back to midfield.
Now the Kingsmen here trying to make something happen as they kick it into the far corner, but it comes off of his foot and goes wide. That was Preston Fleming trying to make something happen there, and it just went off his foot. Now Tamer here, chipping up, towards the midfield, and it crosses over as Aiden Wall gets a chest on it. Toby Howe settles, tries to chip over to Aiden Wall. That just didn't complete as planned. Now Ryan Bridge battling it out as Garrett Linfeld's going to come up with the loose ball. He's streaking down the far side, tries to center that ball, but no, he stays with it. Back. Little give and go there as Linfeld comes back up with it. Riley Thomas now. He works towards the corner, centers, trying to get it to Hurdle, but back to Thomas. He steps in over to Linfeld at the top of the box. Big boot off of a Kingsman defender. That was right in the side. Espinosa now here on the near side, working some magic with his feet. Drops it back. They do have the 1-goal lead, so definitely looking to build better for a better opportunity.
And another great block there from a Kingsman, as the Chapman offense is really playing far back. We've seen them really attack the box here and not take too many strikes, but you're seeing them take them out there from about the 23 to 24 yard line. Little unheard of, you know, but still only 3 minutes deep into the second half. We're going to see if they keep this up or still try to really fight into the box there.
Williams with the big throw, and Igor Lambrano, number 23 on the Kingsmen, is going to settle that one down and out. Now back to Williams, a little 23 to 23 action. Thomas chips it over to the corner where Aiden Wall is, and it's going to be offsides.
Yeah, Aiden Wall just a little too jumpy off of that one, and obviously the linesman will say just a tad offsides there, Aiden. But the kick will be taken by, it looks like Davis Schartz here, and we're going to set back up here again.
Good to see Schartz still in this game. He has had a little physical contact here and there throughout the first half, but he's still in it strong, and now he puts that ball into midfield. The Panthers are going to swallow it up. Espinosa cleared it off. Espinosa, the only player with a yellow card right now. We'll see if that changes, as they did have 5 in the last outing against each other during the regular season.
And the linesman will throw that flag up. It seems to be another offside call. And we're going to see the ball thrown back there. Not too sure where you go with this here. Obviously, you're still pretty far back. You could try and volley it here. Maybe you dump it off, but it is just a free kick. You see Espinosa all the way at the bottom there, but who knows?
Jackson Busby looks like he's going to pop it into the center, just right outside the 18. Little possession play here from the Panthers now. A little turn, shake and bake. Now he's going to work the corner. Linfeld, awkward play there as he goes down hobbling.
Yeah, it looks like he may have been tripped up a little bit, got some spikes. He obviously is in some distress there, but trying to walk it off, trying to make sure that, you know, he's going to keep playing on. You know, he's still fighting, and he's been very, very important for this Chapman Panther team. We've seen a lot of runs from him, and we saw those 2 shots on goal that kind of just went wide, so it's going to be important to keep him in game.
Big throw into the box, but Schartz is going to come up with it. He lasers it out towards midfield for Tamara to clean up.
And Linfeld obviously slow walking, still on the attacking half, way offside now. And they can see that, in the ref just is not taking notice, but the coach has to be thinking about making a substitution here.
Physical play ramping up from the Kingsmen as we got another foul against them. And Panthers are going to have a free kick. Linfeld still on the pitch, regardless of the hobble.
Putting his hand up, he's still trying to get involved in this free kick. You know, still hasn't been taken yet, but it looks like he's stepping back for a volley here. Got some guys in the box trying to make it work. Toby Howe, Aiden Wall, number 11 and 7, you got to be looking out for.
Williams puts it into play. It curls towards center. It's settled on someone's foot there.
Hurdle.
Hurdle's got it. He's got the opening goal. Now to Linfeld. See what he does here with the hurt ankle. A little bit of a play. He's got support from Aiden, who gets tripped up, and now it goes out for a goal kick, and they're going to play it quick. Aiden, Offensive Player of the Year, obviously doesn't get you any special treatment here, as the ref just given nothing to him today.
Nope, nothing at all. Obviously, it looked like a pretty clean challenge there for that one, but offsides call yet again, and the Panthers are going to play this one quick. Oh, that ball perfect to Aiden Wall, but just 2 defenders on him at all times. They know how deadly he can be, especially when he's on that breakaway, and Aiden Wall has to give that one up.
You know, the coach was definitely giving them the rundown. They checked the game notes. Aiden Wall is something to be messing with,
And
so they
Linfelt,
shut him down.
Yeah, Linfelt just extremely unhappy now that, you know, he made a good challenge there and he knows it, and he's kind of just laying on the ground, and looks like the ref is going to give him time even when Linfelt wasn't given any time. And we're going to see what they say here. Obviously not happy with what's going on down there. You never want to see a player on the field like that, but you know, we're going to see it right here on this replay that, you know, the goalie kind of just kicks it out here and Linfelt kind of runs it over.
Yeah, it was a good physical play. It looks like a misstep. It is interesting that Linfelt was down earlier, clearly in discomfort, and there was really no courtesy given there, but play on and Panthers get the ball back.
That through
On the
ball
far
just a tad slow, but the pace there saves that one, and he's getting into the box.
On the goal line, Aiden Wall was right there waiting for it, but a Kingsman defenseman was already there waiting.
That ball, a perfect pass to Eric there. He's going to try to get this going, and here come the Kingsmen on the other side of it.
Giovanni Torres with the ball back up towards the top of the box. Now they work it back, and he's going to get a big foot on it. It's way wide. Simone Smith trying to get some energy from his team as he doesn't like how close that one was.
A very interesting choice. Tries to take a strike from the 30-yard line like he's Cristiano Ronaldo. But that one goes wide, and Simonsima tries to get the energy back and having the Panthers try and set this back up, but the Kingsmen are pushing the pace.
Kingsman hungry here. Simonsima works it towards the far side. That's Williams. And he gets the throw in. Busby's standing there in support, and he rolls it up the long line. That was a fast roller, but off a foot, and it's going to be another Panther throw.
Looks like they're just kind of making their way up the field on this far side line here. Right next to the Keck Center for Science and Engineering. And another foul called there on Linfelt. Thought he saw some movement on the arms there that led him to falling down, and another free kick here for the Kingsmen.
Yeah, you know, we're obviously not on the field. We don't know exactly what the ref's seeing or hearing, but it does look like he's being a little reactionary tonight.
But we always trust their judgment. Sometimes it may be different than what we see, or might be a little biased as Chapman Panthers of our own, but the refs are always looking for the best interest, especially in big games such as this.
Definitely, definitely. They want to have that control. They want to have the safety of all players in mind. And great clear from Espinosa as that was in the box.
That one went actually outside of the stadium. I tracked it with my eyeballs, and that one might be heading on to Glassell.
Hey, free ball for someone out there. Throw in from the Kingsmen, comes towards center. It's settled down, but cleared out after that second touch. Little ping pong action, and it's out for a Chapman throw.
Lots of more throw-ins here for the Panthers. Obviously, the ball has been in their defending half for the majority of this game, or the majority of this half, excuse me. But Toby Howe and Aiden Wall trying to push the pace here.
Linfelt. Aiden Wall all by himself, waiting for the ball to settle so he doesn't go off sides. Toby Howe with that 50-50 ball kind of chipped the other player, but we're moving on. Linfelt now containing. Hurdle with the pressure. Little physical play, but that's good. It's shoulder on shoulder. It's allowed.
Yeah, Simon Hurdle trying to find an opening there to maybe feed the ball to Aiden Wall there, but not quite yet with a big cross here to the other side of the field. Eric controls it.
He was battling it out with Cesar Sagastume, number 20 on the Kingsmen. Big, strong body out there for the Cal Lou squad.
Substitution for the Kingsmen. Number 28,
As some substitutions are being
kickoff,
made,
Chapman, replacing
Preston
Daniel
Fleming gets
Fujiwara.
set to take a throw in for the Kingsmen.
Looks like Daniel Fujiwara coming off the field. And the Kingsmen trying to get some fresh legs back out here. Obviously, they've had a lot more luck in their attacking half here. And I think they had some good coaching. Samansama controls that one and picks it up and decides to roll it the other way. As that one soars out of bounds, Aiden Wall tracking it, but the Kingsmen now looking to set this one back up.
Ball's in play. Off of a head. Now it's bouncing back and forward. The Kingsmen trying to get something going here, but that's Linfelt again playing up big.
Ooh, Linfelt throwing an elbow there, upwards of the chest area. Not too sure about that one. You definitely want to keep your hands to yourself. Linfelt, obviously the emotions are running a tad bit high here.
Yeah, it's definitely not a place to take a foul either. It's just a throw in. You know, a little bit of a challenge there, and luckily the ref doesn't give them any kind of discipline as this ball is in play and bouncing around. Like you said, the Panthers have not really gotten the ball out of their defensive half too much yet in the second half. However, the Kingsmen haven't really gotten anything on net themselves. It's just been in this kind of middle third area. But this ball is clear, loose, in the box. A big, strong defensive play as Busby was coming back.
That one's going to be a little too close to call. Might need an instant replay on that one because, man, oh man, that could decide a lot of things this game. A no call there. Not too sure if he got the ball first. It looked like he did fall pretty hard. That's a big call, especially in the box. That could have been a pen.
Yeah, that was Giovanni Torres with the play, and that could have easily been a PK as he was in the box attacking. It's bouncing around. It's loose. This is dangerous. The Panthers need to clear it out, and they do. That was a very dangerous moment as the ball was loose. No one had positive control. Looked like Simonsma couldn't see it, but now it's out. And the Kingsmen having a little discussion as they both kind of run into each other. Now they push it into the middle. It's chipped up in the air. They got a player in a dangerous spot, but Simonsma comes up with the bounce, picks it up, navigates traffic, and now we're able to take a breath.
And you are taking a sigh of relief if you're a Panther fan. Obviously, the Kingsmen, you're unhappy with a couple of missed calls there, you're thinking, and oh my gosh, already pushed the pace. Aiden Wall into the box, fighting one defender. Here we go.
It seems like every time we have a chance to give a little description, something else happens, and now Aiden Wall's bringing it into the box. That's the beauty of soccer. You never know when the things are going to turn around and momentums are going to swing. Panthers with it, outside of the 18, trying to attack. Works towards the goal line, into the center. Aiden Wall was there, just almost got a foot on it. Was disrupted by the Kingsmen defenders. And now he's loose, all by himself. He's taking it in. Now Espinosa with a foot on it. And now Chandler Simonsma wraps it up. It's still loose.
Oh my word.
Simonsma, oh my goodness. What are we watching right now?
Oh my word. Espinosa running full gallop, catches up to that, and a perfect slide tackle. That ball is loose and in free reign for so long. Look at the pace on that man, and look at the challenge ball first. You cannot get any better than that, folks. You cannot. Simonsma wraps it up as we get back into play, but oh my word. What a great play for the defense there.
And we talked about him at the beginning of our show. That was Chris Peleas, number 10 on the Kingsmen, all alone. But Matthew Yuri Espinosa just comes back full jets blazing. Wow, I finally caught my breath, Dan. Now he tried to break him away again, but offsides clearly on that one.
Yeah, honestly, you're disappointed with that one. Obviously, the Kingsmen fans going up and down today. Obviously, you've had a couple missed calls. You've had a huge breakaway, and you know, ups and downs all night tonight. But yeah, Espinosa, what a huge save.
Remember that one if the Panthers come out on top here tonight. Another foot, and that's just wide. Wow, that was so close. I'm pretty sure his fingertip barely grazed the ball. It was that close.
Yeah, Davis Schartz there with a big save. Obviously, it's going to the corner now, but man, oh man. Looking like the ref is saying, bring in the substitutions. Let's see it. Peter Sanko coming back in, taking out number 10, Sebastian Hurdle. Obviously on the corner kick here. Interesting choice. Sebastian Hurdle scored the first goal of the night, only goal of the night on a corner, but here we go. Number 23, Jake Williams taking this corner. Excuse me.
Jake Williams has shown us he can throw, he can kick, and it's curled in. It's bounced up outside towards the top of the box. Kingsman swallowed up. They have a man breaking. Can he get it through? And he does. That's Chris Pelaez alone again, and now we have a streaking Peter Sanko back. He crosses it wide, though. The Kingsmen still have possession. Now they're going to try to chip it in the corner. Panthers get a foot on it, settle down, and cleared.
And that one's going to go all the way back to about the 40-yard line for another throw in here. A big volley into the box.
Williams is going to battle, or that's Busby, excuse me. There's Williams. Now he clears it.
Ooh, a tough challenge there. A free kick given. Obviously, kind of took his legs out from underneath him, and that's number 23, Williams, who will take the free kick once again.
All right, looks like he's actually going to pass it off to Jackson Busby. Either way, both of these players can get a good foot behind the ball. And now we're in play. Kind of curled along the line, and they're just going to give it off to the Kingsmen for a throw. Ball's up. Kingsmen get a foot on it. Bounces towards the line, but they keep it in. And they're working towards the middle. Passed off to Cesar Sagastume. Now he's got a streaking forward in the middle. But that one's cleared out as well by the Panthers. Preston Fleming. He gives it back to Cesar Sagastume. That rolls off of the shoulder of Eric Mejia.
Garrick Lindfeld pushing the pace here, trying to get it to go, and he's going to get a throw in.
You know, Garrett Lindfeld, definitely a big piece of this Panther squad. We are down there for practice. He just commands everyone's attention. He's a funny guy. He's got dry sense of humor, just really good guy for this team. Really, everyone had great things to say about every single person on this team, but heard a lot of compliments about Lindfeld. As the cheers rain out on Wilson Field, the Kingsmen are trying to settle the ball in the middle of the field. Crossed up deep. Simonsma's just going to wrap that one up. A little bit of pressure coming from Bruno Torres. A little gamemanship there. Espinosa settles. Big foot from Tamara. And it crosses over the halfway mark of the field, except it's given back by the Kingsmen.
Oh, and that's a tough challenge. You did not get any ball there. It takes the legs out from underneath him, and it's going to be a free kick for the Kingsmen. Doesn't decide to give them just possession there. Decides it's time for a free kick. Settling around the 35-yard line here.
Yeah, Tamara came in just a little bit too physical. You could see that there wasn't any malcontent. It was kind of coincidental, so the ref doesn't give him any more than the free kick. And we're waiting for that ball to get back into play. That's going to be Igor Lambrano with the kick. Little chippy chip there. But it's cleared out by the Panthers, and now Riley Thomas is going to get a foot. And clear it up to Garrett Lindfeld, who's streaking. And that's going to be Daniel Fujiwara. That's going to give it back to Schartz. Now it's a loose ball streaking up. Cleared out by Busby.
A throw in there. Looks like Chris Peleas is ready to go, but substitutions before we get there.
Substitution for the Kingsmen. Alejandro Rodriguez checking in,
Preston
replacing
Fleming
Igor
taking
Limborn.
this one. And I've noticed, Dan, the Kingsmen have definitely been using a lot more of that, trying to streak up and send somebody deep rather than building that possession game like we saw in the first half. So it looks like they must have heard me or something, because they're doing exactly what I thought they would do.
Yeah, playing the wingers a lot more, trying to find some open space and play the through ball. Not as much of that quick passing play we've seen, but these big volleys have been, handball.
That was definitely a handball, clear as day.
Not a call there, but you could hear us up in the booth. We saw it.
Cleared up. And that's how Wall there with it. Oh, he settles. Oh, just a little spinner and it skips out of bounds.
As Schartz is going to clear that away and look for a throw in here.
The Kingsmen got away with that handball, but also nothing came of it. So the Chapman's Panthers definitely get a breather. That would have been fueling much more of this fire if that had gone more into the net. Tamer down on the ground, unsure of what the call was against him, as you see him shrugging the shoulders, but the ref says play on, let's go.
Yet another free kick just around the same area, that 25 to 30 yard line on your screen. But it's pretty far out. Just going to try and whip it into the box here. Obviously, I think you're going to use your left foot and see what you can do. You got your man moving around.
Spins in. It's whipping, but it's off of a Panther defender's head and then off a foot and out towards the far line. That hops out of bounds. It's going to be a throw for the Kingsmen as they hurry it back into play.
That was a very, very good cross. You found the dead center of the box there, and it curved right in. So I can appreciate that free kick.
Definitely a beauty of a kick. That was Preston Fleming. He's kind of the Jake Williams of this Kingsman squad, taking kicks, taking throws, kind of does it all out there. And now in space is Riley Thomas, and that's Garrett Linfeld with a foot on it. Can he beat him? Little slide tackle wiped him out, and looks like we're going to have a corner kick given to the Panthers.
Ooh, this is where it starts to get, a little hectic here. Obviously, you're on the corner kick. You're excited to see this one, but oh man, we're about halfway through this second half and still 1-0. This is anybody's game.
Yeah, we're just about 25 minutes in, and we have a corner kick from the Panthers, which is how they scored the first goal. And as you've seen, the physicality is ramping up as the pressure mounts, as the clock ticks away. Now the ball is in play. It curls in. It's high. Far. Hits the Kingsman, but settled at the top of the box. Right shot onto Schartz there. What a missile from the top of the box, and he clears it out.
Yeah, Aiden Wall just controls it with the chest and absolutely rockets it, as that one's a push, and it's going to be a free kick for the Panthers. But, we've seen it all night tonight. The physicality we've been talking about, the defense, and that one, a great save from Schartz there.
It's Peter Senko on your screen with the beauty mullet curls we got going on here. Definitely some stellar haircuts on this Panther squad. And now the ball is coming in to Espinosa, who clears up.
That one just kind of left around midfield, and Linfeld's going to make a run for it now.
That was off of Riley Thomas's head. Linfeld dangerous in the corner. Moves his feet to the right. A little shove from the Kingsmen. And they give it to the Kingsmen after that.
Yeah, they're saying he used his body the right way there, didn't extend the arm too much, and obviously we're going to get some fresh new legs out there for the Panthers. 28-21-14, and that is Alex Festa, Joniah Frang, and Dylan Payne, respectfully.
Ball's back in play by the Kingsmen. They move towards the middle, but it misses the defender, and now the Panthers are going to swallow this one up. They're going to work it quick. Frang just missed it. The Cal Lutheran player streaking again all by himself, but Chandler Simonsma comes out, challenges, and swallows it up. Giovanni Torres loose, but nothing happens there. Now Ryan Bridge settles the ball down.
Yeah, just a little too strong on that last touch there, and Simonsma read it, came right up out of the box and found its way into his hands. But here we go again. Giovanni open, but that one's going to go out of bounds. Man, oh man. He's had about 3 opportunities where he's open in the field like that, and nothing's come from any of them yet.
The Jackson Busby having to be strong on the backfield there, and little bit of pucker up moments for the Panthers these last couple chances by the Kingsmen.
Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride there a little bit, but that one's cleared, and it'll be yet another throw in for the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen as number 12 comes on for them.
For the Kingsmen, Jackson.
You know what they say, an unstoppable force runs into an immovable object. That's exactly what happened there with Jake Williams, as you saw the Kingsmen go for a ride over the top of him.
Jackson Ensley subbing back in here for the Kingsmen. He came out pretty late into that first half, and he comes on with about 17 minutes to go.
Throw in, bouncing. Up towards the 40. Now back towards the box. Player is loose.
That one
Jake
called
Williams.
offsides. Yeah, he just beat his man just a tad bit. Couldn't find his line, and that one's going to be another free kick here for Simonsma.
That is one thing that the Panthers have done well a lot this year. They definitely know how to pull that offsides trap, and they've gotten a lot of free kicks off of offsides from the opposing team.
That one booted to Joniah Frang, and Peter Sanko is now going to control this one here around the 50-yard line.
Drop back. Up to Dreisen. Cleared up into the middle, almost gets there, but it's cut off by the Kingsmen.
That throw is going to be given to the Kingsmen and stop the Chapman attack just for a little bit here.
Hops over the forward's foot, and now the Kingsmen try to come in, but Tamer with a big sliding tackle. Williams is going to clear it out. Double team from the Panthers.
Going to hurry it up here as the Kingsmen are sensing the clock ticking down, just about to hit that 15-minute mark.
Big header. Williams out. What a beautiful play by Williams. That's good, strong defensive play. Puts it into space, lets the clock tick down. Out of danger. Another clear by Ryan Bridge. Good foot. Kingsmen settle it. As they were curling, it hits the forward going in. Cesar Sagastume off of a head. And Simonsma's going to wrap it up.
He's been great coming off his line. Got the patience. He's waiting for it, but he's always there to scoop it up, especially off of just a wrong touch there.
Now ball's up into play. It skips around, but goes right to a Chapman player. Settled down by the head of Peter Sanko. Rolled back to Jake Williams.
Beats 2 on the wing, and he's going to start running into the box here.
What a play by Williams. Another shake and a shimmy. And it just rolls up to Schatz.
A great dribble there. Beats 3 defenders and almost has an opportunity, but just gets blocked at the last moment there.
Ball is settled down here by Jackson Ensley. And that one's cleared out by the Panthers. Some behind the play action as the ref's trying to settle things down here.
Looks like the ref is going to take a minute as we see a player, taking a seat, obviously a little slow to get up as the ref is going to come have a conversation and see what's wrong.
Looks like he's asking for an injury sub or the medical staff.
And they're going to go see what's happening there. Obviously, you hate to see a player kind of hobbling off the field. That's going to be number 23, Jake Williams. We said his name a lot tonight. Obviously, the Panthers are going to be sad to miss him if he has to come off for a bit.
He's a very key element to this team. But as I've said before, there's so many pieces on this Panther squad that he's going to get filled in real quick by whoever comes in. And as much as we're going to miss his big throws and his big plays, I'm not too concerned with his replacement coming in. As the crowd's chanting MVP.
And it looks like number 17 and number 4 for the Panthers are coming on. That's going to be David Matali and Ivan Bustos.
Some fresh faces on the squad showing up for the Panthers tonight. Settled down by the Kingsmen. It's in their defensive half of the zone. And we're going to get a yellow card. That was a pretty distasteful yellow card in my opinion, as Frang was trying to run away and the kid kicked it right into his foot.
Yeah, kind of set up. He thought he was just going to play for possession there, but decided he was going to take a free kick instead, and Joniah Frang obviously ends up with the yellow there. The second yellow of the night going for the Panthers. Obviously, he got called a foul there. Looks like he's going to play possession, but then a free kick just as he takes that first step away, but a yellow, and can't get any more of those if you're a Panther.
That's 2 on the night for the Panthers. So far, Jonah Frang and Matthew Arata Espinosa with the 2 yellows.
As we see some more substitutions going on here.
Substitutions for the Kingsmen.
3 substitutions for the Kingsmen. That believes to be number 3, number 15, and number 23. And for the Kingsmen, that will be Christian Gonzalez, Max Scott, and Igor Lambrano coming back onto the pitch.
Kaolu feeling the pressure, trying to get some fresh legs out, and the ball's in play. It's curled towards the box, but it reaches the Chapman Panther first. Now they're going to pass the ball back and into the box. They're going to settle it. Little 50-50 ball contended. That's Alex Festa with it, but then it gets cleared back in.
And a great tackle there from number 17, David Matali. Just taking his man, and that tackle was necessary because if not, that's going to be a goal.
Panther substitutions. Riley Thomas and Toby Howard checking in, replacing Alex Festa and Jonah Friend.
And that's going to be Toby Howe and Riley Thomas coming back onto the pitch. Obviously, only 12.5 minutes to go here. Got to put out the star power.
Jonah Frang, the recipient of the last yellow card, also taking a seat there in that substitution. Howe already getting ahead on it, back on the pitch. And it's bouncing back and forth. This is like a head volley practice right now. It's settled down by the Kingsmen, but a big sliding tackle by David Mattal. And he's still putting on the pressure, and it goes out of bounds for a Kingsman throw. Pieces are getting set. Friars trying to hurry this up.
That
Good
one
cleared.
Just barely. Fighting for it in the midfield. Obviously, the Chapman Panthers parking the bus, sending all the defenders back. As that one is cleared off the head. And it's going to be a corner kick here for the Kingsmen. This is a big moment. All eyes are on that flag now.
Kingsman substitution.
Good of David Matala to get his head on that one and make sure that there was no chance there. It is unfortunate that it is a corner kick, but let's see what happens. That's going to be Rax Scott taking the kick from the near side. The ball is curled in. It's up in the air. It bounces. Chandler Simonsma wraps up. What a read.
That That was a great corner kick, found a head, but obviously just goes straight up, and Simonsima rises to the occasion. Great grab there, as that one's gonna soar into the stratosphere and just bounce out there.
That thing had some elevation to it, that's for sure. Thrown in quickly by the Kingsmen.
No call there. Didn't see the hands rising up, and the Kingsmen are just going to keep trying to push the pace here, obviously trying to get it back into the box.
I mean, they're going to take this no call and pressure it against the Panthers. Crossed in, far side, he gets a head on it, but he's well out of bounds.
And Simonsima has just over 10 minutes to hold it down before they can reach the finals. You can feel it really starting to get tense now. The temperature dropping still. Man, oh man.
Just like the last showing between these two teams, we're pretty much even on the score sheet with 4 shots on goal by the Kingsmen, 4 saves by Chandler Simonsima, and we have 5 shots on goal by the Panthers. Obviously one of those was the goal by Sebastian Hurdle, and then 4 saves for Davis Schartz. So just another showing by both of these teams. Very equal, very, very competitive night tonight.
Yeah, we've seen some great challenges, throughout the night tonight, but obviously, you really want to see, maybe tie it up here, but here we go. A great through ball all the way down the wing. We're going to see what can happen here with Jackson, but a great challenge there. The Chapman Panthers are fighting for their life here. They've had it in their defending half most of this half, so we're going to see.
Yeah, content just kind of holding on to this 1-goal lead. They definitely probably want to get a little more offensive pressure, but they are standing strong in the box.
Each time they kind of clear it out to that sideline, whether it be the Keck side or the stand side, and they're just fighting for their tournament lives right now. But obviously they kind of want to slow it down here too. Playing park the bus, but here we go, all the way down the line, and we're going to see what number 14, Dylan Payne, can do here.
Trying to bring the pain right now.
That's a good tackle, and we're going to see that one. Another throw in for the Panthers. Let's see if they can get it going here, especially down the line as the substitution air horn goes off yet again. That's going to be number 24, Nikita Dreisen.
Nikita Dreisen, just a fantastic piece to this Panthers squad. Another big guy out there that has the long flowing blonde hair and just brings a lot of energy to the team.
Something I wish I could pull off, the long flowy hair. I think I'm more of a short hair guy. As Sebastian Hurdle, the lone goal scorer, comes back on for the last 8 minutes of this half.
Yeah, I was not blessed with the athletic flow, as they say. And now it's worked into the corner. Great opportunity for the Panthers as he's got time and space. Not only is this an offensive opportunity, it's burning the clock. Great pass to Toby Howe as he tried to swing it through behind the back, a little fancy play, but it gets swallowed up by the Kingsmen. What a slide tackle by Ryan Bridge. Now he's all alone. Off to his partner, Sebastian Hurdle.
That is a perfect tackle. Finds the ball first, just slides right in there and gets possession.
Dreisen and Hurdle both not wanting to take the reins there. They're trying to let the other guy have his moment, but after that back and forth, it gets pushed out for a throw.
You got to be happy with it. You've got 7 minutes left on the clock. You're in the attacking half. Man, oh man, you really want to fight for this now.
This is all about smart possession play from the Panthers. If they can contain the ball in this half of the field for the next 7 minutes, it's going to be a great victory. But another foul called against the Panthers. You see our wonderful cameraman, Angel Mendoza, there in the background. And we got to really appreciate all of our crew here showing up for the semifinals and bringing you this beautiful production of SCIAC men's soccer action.
That was a great cross in there by Jackson Ensley, but that one's cleared out yet again as they're going to run it down on the Keck side. 3 defenders on him. What can they do here?
Riley Thomas trying to put on the moves. A great slide tackle. It was clean, but a little bit of a lift at the end.
Yeah, so that one is going to fall into the hands of the Kingsmen yet again. Just over 5 minutes now.
Ball's in play. That's Jackson, or my apologies, Preston Fleming. He pops it up across, big ball, but it goes straight to Jackson Busby's head. And now settled by Toby Howe.
And it looks like they're gonna bring on the offensive player of the year, number 11, Aiden Wall, back into the game, hoping that maybe he can bring in some life back into the box here, as he's been having a rest for about the last 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's good to see the SCIAC Offensive Player of the Year out there. He's got 2 shots, 1 on goal tonight. Toby Howe, close second, also has 1 shot on goal. It's good to see some offense being generated by the top offensive players in SCIAC. Let's see if they can do something here in the last few minutes.
And that's a great clear there. Obviously got the ball first, sends it to yet another throw in. I feel like we've seen the ball in the hands more than the feet this half, but yet again, here we go.
I know, Dan. I thought we jumped ahead to tomorrow's football game with how much this ball's getting thrown.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. 7 o'clock here. We're also playing Cal Lutheran, and it's going to be a great game to watch here on the SCIAC Network. That one not as high stakes as this semifinal match, but a great watch anyways.
It is the last home game of the season, am I correct, Dan?
Yes, it is. It's going to be the last football broadcast here for CSBN.
Very emotional for all the players and for us here at CSBN, as we do love bringing you the great action that our Chapman athletes bring to the field every time they step out.
And we've seen a lot of that tonight, you know, bringing the heart, bringing the energy, and it's so nice to see as the Kingsmen trying to make anything happen here, as the Chapman Panthers booting that one to the sideline as Aiden Wall takes it, trying to kill some time off the clock.
That was a great ball sent up to Aiden Wall, and he is in danger zone territory now. Content with just working the ball slowly towards the goal line, burning off the clock, not a lot of pressure. You can see he really does feel comfortable out there. Wants to probably get on the score sheet with the goal himself, but this is some great leadership, some great team play from the Panthers tonight.
Yeah, you can see Aiden Wall and Toby Howe on your screen right now, but a through ball there, as they're still just trying to take the time off the clock. And, you know, obviously the Kingsmen not trying to draw any fouls here, as it's going to be a goal kick. I'm going to toss it out here.
As Riley Thomas getting engaged, and quick goal kick gets the ball back into play. Igor Lambrano was the one that was bringing it into play, and it was kicked up by his defense partner.
That one's going to take a long time to find a defenseman, and that one sent right back off the head, and here come the Panthers.
Aiden Johnston in the backfield trying to defend here. Schartz wraps it up, ball's up in play.
Misses that one, and it's crossed to another Panther, and look at that. They're just trying to burn the clock now, as we are about to get to sub 2 minutes left in this game. And here comes Davis Schartz walking way out of the box here, hoping to cross it as far as he can. As the 2-minute warning by Joe Perino was just called on the PA.
That's Nikita Dryden just playing it smart out there, getting some deep balls into space, not letting them roll out, not putting too much on it for goal kicks, just enough to keep the clock moving.
Oh man, this is tough. Obviously, if you're a Kingsman fan, you're seeing the time tick down off that substitution, and only a minute and a half left now of gameplay here in this semifinal match.
That is the hard part when you are trying to speed up the game as the team that is behind on the score sheet. Try to hurry up, but sometimes you get a little too quick and the ref makes you go even slower than you would if you just did it right. Espinosa coming in big. Taken to the ground, Jackson Busby clears it out. Another no call.
Wow, I mean, whew, that one is a close call. Not too sure if he got the ball at all there as we enter the 59-second mark. Oh, man.
Ball's
Two
bouncing.
calls.
Oh, good clear. It's bouncing up towards the box, off the elbow.
Aiden Wall's trying to get to the races here, but he's going to leave that off as Davis Schartz sends it way up. The Kingsmen trying anything they can to get this one in.
Desperation mode is kicking in now for the Kingsmen as it's settled in the center. Offsides is the call. Great offside trap there by the Panthers. You could see him recognize it. Quickly step up forward of the player, and it's an offsides. Ball's cleared up, and we got less than 10 seconds as it's counting down on the field. Push from behind late.
And you got to be happy with that one. As the Chapman Panthers already celebrating, getting ready to get off the field, take the win 1-0. The Chapman Panthers obviously happy with that one, but the Cal Lutheran guys, obviously a tough night. A couple of calls that you would have wished would have gone your way, and sometimes it's just not how it works out.
Definitely some frustration from the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen there at the end as the Panthers wrap up this win in the semifinal round. They will be moving on to our game on Sunday, and just what an exciting half. I mean, we saw posts get hit. We saw defensive breakdowns. We saw a breakaway goal get shut down by an amazing defensive play by Espinosa. Dan, what was your favorite moment of that second half?
Oh, man, it's got to be the Espinosa play. I mean, there was nothing better than, just kind of seeing it in action and just almost seeing it before it happened. But Nathaniel Espinosa, I mean, just absolutely books it all the way to the box and makes a perfect slide tackle, doesn't force the pen. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And obviously, we're seeing the handshakes coming out. Still got some good sportsmanship, and tough to lose a game like that. But obviously, always got to be a loser in matches like this.
Yeah, one of the great things about the SCIAC division, a lot of these kids, even though they're not on the same college teams, a lot of them did grow up playing against each other. So at the end of the game, there is a lot of friendly banter, a lot of hugs given out as congratulations are passed out to their opponent, because at the end of the day, it is bigger than the game. It's more than just the sport. It's about the family and the friends. So, good to see that they're supporting their old pals out here on the field, and just exciting to see the Panthers, who locked down the first seed this year, who have just been an offensive force, and they are now taking it on to the final game. So Dan, just, I can't believe that we got to witness what we just saw tonight, and just exciting to see Hurdle get on the board early in the first half, and the Panthers just kind of rode it out the rest of the way.
Yeah, obviously in the second half, that later stages of the second half, you saw them kind of just waste the time. Aiden Wall running into the corner almost every single time they got a great clear there. And obviously the MVP's got to be Hurdle. Got that first goal and kind of let them just play on autopilot the rest of the game. We had a couple close calls and, just find it out and finally getting into the finals for the third year in a row now.
Oh, definitely. It was great to see, Hurdle MVP for sure with the only goal in the game. However, Espinosa, what a showing from him. I don't think this game would have been a 1-0 game if it wasn't for him in the backfield. Him and Busby were really in control, but I feel like Espinosa really put it out there on the line tonight. Yeah,
we talked about how defensive-oriented this game was going to be, and those two guys went there and showed us why. I mean, that just takes a lot of skill, a lot of practice, a lot of time, and they did it so well. And you got to send your hat off to him. If there was two man of the matches, one for offense, one for defense, I would know who I would give it to. But obviously, Sebastian Hurdle with our first and only goal of the night tonight. I mean, absolutely stunning work from them. And they're going to be playing now here at Wilson Field on Sunday at 1 p.m. And we're going to be there for that CSBN. We'll be ready for that broadcast. But first, we're going to take a look at some of the highlights from tonight's game, talk about them a little bit, and we're going to see what we can look forward to on Sunday. And as we're going to turn around and look at our screen, we hope that you join us at home and take a look at your screen for these awesome shows of replay. So here we go. We see the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen trying to find any way they could, but that one just soaring all the way. We saw that a lot of free kicks and a lot of throw-ins this second half.
Yeah, and Jake Williams, a name we were calling a lot. And then we got Riley Thomas working it along the far line, trying to work into a dangerous area. But this game has been very physical, as you see there. Just lots of pushes off the ball, lots of great, strong tackles from both teams. And a reason this game was only a 1-0 game.
Yeah, we just talked about it a bunch. We said the defense is going to be the main factor. Obviously, that one called offsides a tad bit. And, you know, we had a lot of close calls here tonight, a lot of balls that got into the box, and just great defense to just kind of save it and make sure that didn't happen. Obviously, that push off there from Garrett Lindfelt. Lucky he didn't get carded there, to be honest with you. Had a lot of chirpiness there tonight.
Yeah, we had a couple yellow cards, but that Lindfelt shove was not one of them, but it definitely shows exactly the kind of attitude here. And there's Simone Sma in there, physical, just reading the ball well, not afraid to get into those danger areas and pick up the ball. And then we got the Kingsmen here working the ball around. A lot of the gameplay that they used was that style of possession play, couple passes here and there, and then sending the winger into action. Williams again here, controlling play, just a phenomenal, outstanding player out there in the midfield. You know, we talked about at the beginning of the game, there these lists of names that we mentioned, Busby, Howe, Wall, but they weren't even really the main ones we were calling tonight. We had Lindfelt showing up. We had Williams showing up. There's the unfortunate yellow card for Jonah Frang. And it's just, like I said, every player out there was putting it on the line for the Panthers.
Yeah, they were all working hard for that common goal, and you could see it tonight. And obviously, we had a lot of close calls on that corner kick position there, but as you can see, we said defense wins championships, and that may very well be the case, as they're going to enter Sunday in a championship selection spot. And obviously, you got to be happy with how you played today, how the defense worked out. You get 1 day to rest. You get to sit at home, watch the last football season broadcast from CSBN, grab some popcorn, and then come out on Sunday at 1 p.m. and get ready to go back to battle once again.
I mean, I don't see any other better way to recover for a finals game on Sunday by watching CSBN on your Saturday night. But as we see this replay reel still flowing of just these great physical plays from both sides, so you know you're going to get a fantastic experience if you come out Sunday and witness this final, because if this is just the semifinals, you know the finals is going to be that much bigger and better, Dan.
Yeah, and it's going to be a great day to watch some soccer on Sunday afternoon, 1 p.m. Make sure you're there. You've got everything ready. You've got the big screen, and you'll see us right back here 1 p.m. on Sunday for the championship match of SCIAC men's soccer. I've been Dan Batson, joined by the wonderful Kyle Carr. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. The Chapman Panthers leave tonight, ready for Sunday, winning this match, the semifinal against the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen, 1-0. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you on Sunday at 1 p.m. or tomorrow night at 7 for CSBN football. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night.
came in the league, went straight for the title. No time to idle. I'm finna get it, put that on the Bible. This is survival.